Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lena and today we are talking book clubs. I have been part of a book club for a few years now and it has been so beneficial to me, and I think that you would love being in a book club, and I want to tell you why. The first reason that you should join a book club is you get to meet all sorts of different people in different phases of life. So if you are a parent to young children, you might meet some other moms that are in a later stage of life, or perhaps they have teenagers, or perhaps you might meet people that don't have any children at all. And that is just so helpful for me to gain perspective about life. When you're in the trenches with your small children and your potty training, it's all you can see. It's like you have blinders on and you can't imagine that life is ever going to be any different or this phase is ever going to be over. But when you meet other people from different walks of life with different ages of children, you can see how things are developing and some of the other challenges that you might encounter later with children, and some of the joys and simplicities of having small children when you don't have to deal with what goes on in high school. So I have really just enjoyed hearing other people's stories and learning about their lives and seeing how their life is different from mine, and it makes me thankful for the way that my life is and the phase of life that I am in, and it helps me appreciate what is happening now, which enables me to enjoy the phase of life that I'm in and be present in that phase of life. The next perk of being in a book club is that you read books that are not Goodnight Moon. I am a young mom, so this is kind of the only perspective I have right now, but when the assigned book for the month is, a grown-up book with grown-up ideas, it is really refreshing to have some different thoughts and ideas that aren't about learning the alphabet. Don't get me wrong, kids' books are great. I do love the variety that being in a book club brings. I tend to read books that are all about self-help, but our book club often reads novels and sorts of things like that. And then the things that I read with my son are, about the ABCs. So it's nice to have that variety so that my brain is not always in one place. This also means that I'm getting exposed to new ideas, and ideas that I wouldn't necessarily seek out myself because I am not in charge of picking all the books. We do vote on which book we're going to do for the next month, but I am not the ultimate decider of what the book is going to be, and I think that's a good thing, because then I'm not just reading books that align with everything I think about everything. So the books aren't always confirming my worldview or my ideas about life. It's challenging that and helping me to see things from a different person's perspective. And I think this is super important for me to be growing and thinking from different perspectives and thinking about different complicated ideas, and having that book that we are reading together really helps expand my mind. Like I was saying, I'm more likely to be reading something like this, The Financial Problem Solver, than I am likely to be reading Infinite Country, but this book was a good read and I'm glad I read it, and it definitely made me look at things from a different perspective, even though I wouldn't have picked it all on my own for my own purposes. Another perk of having a book club is having a scheduled time to leave your house alone to go hang out with grown-ups. So if you are anything like me, you may spend the majority of your time at home doing homey sorts of things or doing childcare-y sorts of things. It can be so rejuvenating to go hang out with grown-ups and have some grown-up conversations away from your normal life duties. So I definitely enjoy my normal life and the things that I do, and most of the time I really enjoy taking care of my son, but the balance that book club brings to my life is super important for my health and mental health. I really value that time when I can turn off my mom brain for a few hours and know that I have no responsibilities except having a good time and talking with my friends. That really helps me really enjoy the time that I do have with my son and appreciate that, because I also have that time where I'm not a mom. the scheduledness of book club is also super useful for me. I'm not scheduling when all the book clubs are, or if we're getting together for brunch or something, which means it's at a set time that I didn't necessarily make, and if I can go, it's not like I could just go later. I have to go at a very specific time. And if you avoid doing self-care things because you have to schedule them yourself, having a book club really solves that problem for you. So I found my book club people on a community page on Facebook because someone was wanting to create a book club. So if you can't find a book club that you think will be a good fit for you, you can always create one yourself. So even if you end up being the one that ends up creating the book club, I bet there are other people in your area that could really use this outlet and that it would be so fun for everyone. Let me know in the comments, are you in a book club? And if so, how did you find your book club? Let YouTube know that this was a useful video by hitting that thumbs up button, and subscribe to my channel if you want more content like this. Can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.